In the sprawling universe of reality television, few personalities have carved out a space as simultaneously captivating and controversial as Angela Deem. A firecracker from Hazelhurst, Georgia, Angela burst onto the international stage through TLC's hit series 90 Day Fiancé, a show that documents the turbulent journeys of Americans and their foreign partners as they navigate the K-1 visa process. Angela's story, however, has transcended the typical confines of the show, evolving into a multi-year saga filled with love, explosive confrontations, dramatic physical transformations, and a seemingly endless stream of viral moments that have kept viewers glued to their screens. Her relationship with Nigerian native Michael Ilesanmi has been the central, and often tumultuous, focus of her reality TV career, a roller coaster of emotions that has played out across multiple 90 Day Fiancé spin-offs and has cemented Angela's status as one of the franchise's most unforgettable figures. The Unlikely Romance, a Georgia peach and a Nigerian prince. Angela Deem's journey into the world of international romance began in a way that is all too familiar in the digital age, a message on social media. In 2017, Michael Ilesanmi, a younger man from Lagos, Nigeria, slid into her DMs. Despite an age gap of over 2 decades and the geographical distance that separated them, a connection was forged. Angela, a doting Mima to her 6 grandchildren, was a no-nonsense woman with a boisterous personality and a heart that, as viewers would soon learn, was fiercely protective of those she loved. Michael, in contrast, appeared more reserved, though his charming demeanor and persistent pursuit of Angela's affection eventually won her over. Their love story first unfolded for audiences on the 2nd season of 90 Day Fiancé, Before the 90 Days, a spin-off that follows couples before they begin the K-1 visa process. Angela's trip to Nigeria to meet Michael for the first time was fraught with cultural clashes, moments of intense jealousy, and the ever-present skepticism of her friends and family who feared she was the target of a scam. The narrative of the older American woman and the younger foreign man seeking a green card is a common trope, and Angela's inner circle was quick to voice their concerns. However, Angela, ever the defiant and independent woman, followed her heart, embarking on a journey that would be anything but ordinary. The initial meeting was a whirlwind of emotions. Angela's larger-than-life personality often clashed with the more traditional expectations of Michael's Nigerian culture. Her boisterous laughter, unfiltered opinions, and penchant for confrontation were a stark contrast to the demure behavior often expected of women in his community. Yet, amidst the arguments and cultural misunderstandings, there were also moments of genuine affection and a palpable chemistry that suggested a real, if unconventional, love was blossoming. One of the most iconic early moments of their relationship was Angela's audacious proposal to Michael, not with a traditional bended knee, but with a bold declaration of her intentions, an engagement ring, and an American flag. It was a gesture that perfectly encapsulated Angela's patriotic and unapologetic personality. The long and winding road to the altar, visas, fights, and fertility woes. The path to marital bliss for Angela and Michael was anything but smooth. A significant portion of their on-screen narrative was dominated by the arduous and often heartbreaking process of securing a K-1 visa for Michael to join Angela in the United States. Their application was denied, a devastating blow that forced them to consider other avenues, including the spousal visa, which would require them to marry in Nigeria. This setback only added to the existing tensions in their relationship, which were already strained by issues of trust, communication, and cultural differences. A recurring and deeply emotional storyline for the couple was their desire to have a child together. Michael, deeply rooted in his cultural traditions, expressed a strong desire for a biological heir. However, Angela's age presented a significant biological hurdle. Their visits to fertility clinics were often fraught with disappointment, as doctors delivered the sobering news of the low probability of Angela being able to carry a child to term. In a desperate attempt to fulfill Michael's wish, Angela even approached her daughter, Skyla, with the unconventional request of donating an egg. Skyla's refusal, while understandable, was another emotional blow for the couple, highlighting the immense pressure they were under to conform to traditional expectations. The couple's journey was also punctuated by a series of explosive arguments that have become synonymous with Angela's 90-day fiancé legacy. Her fiery temper and penchant for dramatic confrontations often led to memorable and, at times, shocking on-screen moments. One of the most infamous incidents involved Angela smashing a cake in Michael's face during a heated argument. Another saw her tear apart his car in a fit of rage. These outbursts, while often criticized by viewers as abusive and controlling, also contributed to her undeniable star power. She was a woman who wore her emotions on her sleeve, and her unfiltered reactions, however extreme, made for compelling television. The transformation, a new look and a renewed sense of self. In 2020, Angela embarked on a journey of personal transformation that would dramatically alter her physical appearance and, in many ways, her outlook on life. Citing health concerns and a desire to feel more confident, she underwent a series of surgical procedures, including weight loss surgery, a breast reduction, and liposuction. Her dramatic weight loss of over 100 pounds was a central storyline on 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, and viewers were given a front-row seat to her recovery and the impact it had on her relationship with Michael. While Angela was thrilled with her new look, Michael's reaction was more complex. He had often expressed his preference for her larger figure and was not entirely supportive of her decision to go under the knife. This created a new source of tension between them, as Angela felt he was not appreciating her efforts to improve her health and well-being. The surgery also seemed to embolden Angela, giving her a newfound sense of confidence that was often on full display. She became more active on social media, posting glamorous photos and videos that showcased her transformed physique. However, the journey to a new her wasn't without its challenges. Angela's continued smoking habit became a point of contention with her plastic surgeon, who warned her of the potential complications it could cause. This struggle, which was also documented on the show, provided a more vulnerable and humanizing glimpse into the life of a woman who is often portrayed as an unstoppable force of nature. A love under constant scrutiny, infidelity, tell-alls, and a tumultuous marriage. Despite their many obstacles, Angela and Michael did eventually tie the knot in Nigeria in January 2020. However, their marriage did not put an end to the drama. In fact, in many ways, it only intensified it. The couple's long-distance marriage was a constant source of strain, and Angela's deep-seated trust issues often led to accusations of infidelity. These suspicions were not always unfounded. At one point, Angela received voice notes of Michael talking to another woman, a betrayal that left her heartbroken and questioning the future of their relationship. The 90-Day Fiancé tell-all specials became a regular stage for Angela and Michael's explosive confrontations. These reunion shows, where the cast members gather to rehash the season's drama, were often dominated by Angela's fiery personality. She was castmates to back down from a fight, and her verbal sparring matches with Michael, his family members, and even other cast members became legendary. One of the most shocking tell-all moments came when Angela, in a fit of rage, flashed the camera, a brazen act of defiance that left her castmates and the audience stunned. Her confrontational nature wasn't limited to the tell-all stage. She has been involved in a number of off-screen altercations and social media feuds with other 90-Day Fiancé personalities, further solidifying her reputation as a controversial and polarizing figure. To her supporters, she is a strong, independent woman who is not afraid to speak her mind. To her detractors, she is often seen as verbally abusive and controlling. Life in the spotlight, from hospice nurse to reality TV icon. Before she became a household name in the world of reality television, Angela Deem worked as a nursing assistant at a hospice in her hometown of Hazelhurst, Georgia. She was a caregiver, a role that perhaps speaks to a softer, more nurturing side of her personality that is not always on display on 90-Day Fiancé. She was also a mother to 2 daughters, Scotty and Skyla, and a doting grandmother to 6 grandchildren, who are often featured on her social media and are clearly a central part of her life. Her foray into television was not entirely new. Prior to her 90-Day Fiancé fame, Angela and her daughter Scotty had appeared on several episodes of Maury, a talk show known for its dramatic paternity tests and lie detector results. These early television appearances, in a way, foreshadowed the larger-than-life personality that would later captivate 90-Day Fiancé audiences. Since finding fame on the show, Angela has embraced her status as a reality TV celebrity. She is active on social media, where she shares updates on her life, promotes various products, and interacts with her legion of fans. She has become a brand in her own right, a testament to her undeniable charisma and her ability to command an audience. The latest chapter, a marriage on the brink and an uncertain future. The saga of Angela and Michael took another dramatic turn in late 2023 when, after years of waiting, Michael's visa was finally approved and he arrived in the United States. However, the reunion that fans had been anticipating for years was short-lived. In early 2024, news broke that Michael had disappeared from Angela's Georgia home. This was followed by a messy and very public split, with Angela accusing Michael of using her for a green card. In February 2024, Angela filed for an annulment, a legal move that could jeopardize Michael's ability to remain in the country. The fallout from their separation has been playing out on social media and in the tabloids, with both Angela and Michael sharing their sides of the story. Angela has been particularly vocal, expressing her heartbreak and her determination to expose what she claims is the truth about their relationship. As of late 2025, the future of Angela and Michael remains uncertain. Their 7-year relationship, which has been a roller coaster of love, heartbreak, and explosive drama, appears to have reached its end. However, if there is one thing that 90-Day Fiancé fans have learned over the years, it is to expect the unexpected when it comes to Angela Deem. Angela's legacy in the 90-Day Fiancé universe is undeniable. She is a woman who has lived her life out loud, unapologetically, and with a raw honesty that is both compelling and, at times, controversial. Her journey from a small-town Georgia grandmother to a global reality TV phenomenon is a testament to the power of her personality and the enduring appeal of a love story that defies convention. Whether you love her or love to hate her, there is no denying that Angela Deem is, and will likely always be, one of the most unforgettable stars in the history of 90-Day Fiancé. Her story is a reminder that in the world of reality television, the most captivating characters are often the ones who are the most authentically and often the most explosively themselves.